Welcome back to my channel. Still feels very weird to say. Today I want to talk about tanners, self-tanners. I know a lot of people self-tan, but there's a lot of people who don't. And I guess it's a little bit scary because you don't want to look orange, you don't want to look streaky. So I want to tell you my top 4 favorite tanners, kind of like the battle of the bronzers, I guess. I only self-tan. I used to get in the tanning bed every single day. But after reading all kinds of stuff you find online, I will not set foot in a tanning bed anymore, ever. So I've been self-tanning for probably the last, I would say, 2 to 2.5 years. I've tried everything at Walgreens, Walmart, Target. I've tried Fake Bake. I've tried Saint Tropez, Loving Tan, Tarte, VITA LIBERATA. I've tried almost every tan. And I've been orange. I've had streaky tans. I've had the orange patchy wrist. I've had it all. I've been through it all, so I want to let you know my favorite tanners, why I like to use them, how good they are. So the first one I want to talk about is this Tarte Little Miss Sunshine. This is actually clear. You just spray it where you need it, and it's actually like a 360 bottle, so if you need to flip it over to do your legs or something, it's not going to stop spraying. I like this tanner because it makes you look like maybe you've just been at the beach for the day and you have a little bit of a glow. That's what this is going to give you. It's not going to give you the deepest, darkest brown tan. It's just going to give you a nice glow. So I really like to put this maybe on my legs or something if I'm going to wear something that's going to show off my legs, ripped jeans or anything like that. I'll just put this on so I'm not so pale. I am a pale person. I am like this white. Yeah, that's me. And people say that you need to embrace your paleness, and that is great, but I feel like I look sick and I look like a zombie if I'm not tan. So I just feel like I look healthier with a tan. So this is going to give you just a subtle glow. It will get you dark. The only thing I don't like about this is it's clear, as you can see. So there's no tan guard. You can't see where you've put it. You just kind of have to hope that you got it everywhere. That's the only thing I don't like about this. But other than that, I love it for just healthy glow. Looking like you've been outside for the day at the beach or something. That's what this is going to give you. The next tan I want to talk about is the VITA LIBERATA. It's the Self Tan Dry Oil. It's a 3-in-1 gradual buildable tan, and this is going to give you like instant bronze. How I like using this is just to have as a topper. You can use it alone, and it does give you a really pretty tan, like a bronzy glow. It's not glitter, but it has some shimmer in there, just some like reflex for you. It's really going to make you look like a bronze goddess. That's what this is going to do. But my favorite way to use it is actually a topper on top of my self-tanners, just to give you like an extra glow, give you more of a tan, give you that healthy like shine. I mean, I can use it right after I tan, or I'll use it maybe a couple of days later, because I fade right in here. I fade in my neck and my chest the fastest. So I can put this on and it'll just kind of cover that up, give me a glow again, and it just looks really good right in here with that shimmer kind of reflect in it. If you just want to look like a bronze goddess, this is what you need. The next tanner I want to talk about, I've been using for the last probably 2 years. It's the Loving Tan, the Ultra Dark. Everybody uses this. Everybody knows about it. It's nothing new. The only thing I don't like about the tanner is you can see how it kind of leaks. It's the only complaint I have. This, I've been using, this is my holy grail, 2 years strong. I found this shortly after I started my little fake tan journey. And after I used it one time, I never bought anything else. This is going to give you a nice natural tan. If you can see right there where it's kind of leaked, it's green. So it's going to give you an olive undertone, which is going to make it look more natural, look like your tan anyways. This has a color guard in it. As soon as you pump it out, as soon as you put it on, you're going to see where you put it. So that's really important for me with a self-tanner, because if you don't know where you've put it and you miss a spot, that's a big, big mess. This is seriously best applied with the Loving Tan Mitt. The Loving Tan Mitt is awesome. It's like a velvet. I know they revamped, like they made a new one. They used to have a different one, and now this one's like a velvet smooth. It glides on your skin so easily. This spreads so good on your skin and like instantly makes you bronze, instantly tan. This is the 8-hour one, so I'll just put this on. I'll go to sleep and then wake up and I'm tan. I use this with the Loving Tan Mitt. It's not free automatically, but usually the big like YouTubers or influencers, they have little codes so you can get the mitt for free. So I use that to put this everywhere else. But on my neck and chest and everything up here, I actually use my e.l.f. I think it's the contour brush, but I don't know who can contour with this. It's so huge. But this brush right here, it just buffs everything in the skin so good, so you don't have any kind of swirls or marks or streaks or anything like that. And what I also love about the Loving Tan, it's not going to streak on you. You can put it on and it'll look streaky in some places. I mean, it's not always going to look like that, but some places it might look like, oh, that's going to streak, that's not going to look good. You rinse it off in the morning after you wake up and it's flawless. It looks like somebody professionally put it on you. I've never had any mistakes with this tanner. I've never had any problems with this tanner. It always looks smooth. I always get compliments off this tanner. People always say, oh, you've been in the sun, you've been to the beach. No, I went to bed with Loving Tan on and woke up and I'm tan. That's it. With this tanner, I can put it on and just after you shave and exfoliate really good, I can probably leave it on for about a week. It'll definitely start fading in my neck and chest, but I'll just apply like something like this or the VITA LIBERATA, the body blur or something like that, or just even a bronzer. I'll just bronze up my neck. My hands definitely do fade fast because of course you're washing your face, you're washing your hands, and I'm a hairdresser. So my hands are always in water, so my hands always fade the fastest. But this is going to last me about a week, and I think that's pretty good for a tanner. It doesn't fade patchy. It's just going to kind of evenly fade out. Unless you haven't exfoliated well, then you're not going to have any problems. So I know Loving Tan has been my holy grail for 2 years, nothing else. I only use 8-hour Ultra Dark. You could not convince me to buy any other tanner. This was it. This was my ride or die until this came out. This is the Tarte Glow with the Faux. I guess it's going to be Glow with the Faux. This tanner, I got it on now. This is it. I put this on one time and my Loving Tan, it beat it. The darkness of this tan beat my Loving Tan Ultra Dark, and that's so hard for me to say because Loving Tan has been there for me for 2 years. It's got me dark for 2 years. I used this tanner one time. It blew my mind. I was instantly tan. I was on my Instagram story and I was like, look at this tan. I'm instantly bronze. I'm instantly dark. It says you can leave it on for 2 hours. Well, I don't. I'll sleep in it so I can get the darkest tan possible. I mean, I want to be dark. I want to be as dark as possible. And this has given me the best tan. It's not that green olive tone like the Loving Tan is going to be. at least on me, like I feel like it had more of a red undertone, and I really love that because I'm very, very pale. I don't have any kind of olive or tan or anything, so I'm very pale. So I feel like with that little bit of red, it's gonna give me kind of like that more, when you're outside in the sun and you get in tan bed, I mean, you're gonna have red from a little bit of burnt from the sun or anything like that. So I feel like that's what makes this look the most natural tan that I've ever used.
Somebody's shooting near my house. Anyways,
it's gonna give me that natural tan. Like I feel like I just look like I've laid out for a week, or I just got out of the tan bed. Like it just gives you that natural tan. And I remember Wayne Goss was talking about adding red food color in, like a couple of drops to your self tanner to give you that burnt look that's gonna make you look more natural. I think this got it. They got it. They know what they're doing. I've never really tried all the Tarte tanners. I've tried a couple and they just didn't do anything for me. So I always went back to my Loving Tan. I always wanted to try, but I always went back to my Loving Tan. But this, thank you, Tarte. I've told everybody on my Instagram. I actually tweeted a picture of my arm and Tarte retweeted it, and I like had fangirling moment. I was so excited. But seriously, this tanner is going to get you the darkest dark you want to be. I put on one layer, let it dry, and I actually put on another layer just to do it, just to be even more tan. This isn't going to leave you sticky. Sometimes with the Loving Tan, I have to use my Tan in the Raw, like the powder. So, you know, like in your elbows, behind your knees and stuff like that, and like in your chest sometimes when you're sleeping, if you sleep on your side, you're going to need a little bit of powder just so it's not sticky and nothing creases. Well, this dries on its own. You don't need it. It's going to dry, how long does it say? It says wait 60 seconds before dressing, so you can put this on and you can go, but I feel like that's right. Like 1 minute, done. You don't have to worry about anything creasing, anything sticking, or anything like that. This tanner was sent from God. I'm telling you, I've never been so dark with a self tanner. It hurts me to say about the Loving Tan isn't my number one anymore. Definitely not gonna stop using it, but the Tarte, I can't live without this tanner. I have to have this tanner. This is actually 5 ounces, where the Loving Tan is 4 ounces, and you get a free mitt included, no code needed. It just comes with it. And the Tannin mitt, I feel like it's exactly like the Loving Tan. It's just pink on one side and blue on the other side. I mean, you can wash it. It's gonna get dirty, of course, with the tanner, but you can wash it. Whereas the Loving Tan is black, so no matter how many times you use it, you're not really gonna see the tanner stains on it. So definitely Tarte. This one right here, Holy Grail, #1, blew me out of the water. Can't live without it. It lasted me so long. I put it on last Thursday. It's Sunday now. I put it on last Thursday night. It lasted me all the way till last night. I had to scrub and scrub and scrub to exfoliate so I can put a fresh tan on. That lasted me all the way till last night. So it's Sunday. So Saturday, from Thursday night to Saturday night, it lasted me. So that's over a week, and I was still tan on my arms. I still had it. It was light. It did fade. Nothing faded patchy. It just kind of faded evenly, just faded out. But that is so long, I feel like, for a self tanner and to be so dark. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this tanner. It's really just up to like your personal preference. Like, how tan do you want to be? How natural looking do you want to be? How glowy do you want to be? What is your natural undertone? That's going to help you out a lot. So if you like this video, if you like this kind of like concept, if you want to see more things like this, just explaining my favorite products, my tanners, or anything like that, just make sure to hit thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully you will be back for more videos.